Are you a YouTuber trying to grow your views and your subscribers but are struggling? Well, look no further because TUBEBUDDY is here for just that. TUBEBUDDY is one of the best ways to optimize your YouTube channel faster. It helps you optimize your titles, descriptions, and also your tags. You can be rest assured this is legit because it is used by one of the best creatives here on YouTube and also brands like eBay and the BBC. TUBEBUDDY helps you design killer titles by helping you to select keywords that will rank the best and help you to obtain better views and also subscribers. You get to publish your content in half the time, rank higher, and get more views and subscribers in general. My absolute favorite TUBEBUDDY feature is the fact that you can select tags under your videos that are super popular and therefore helping you to rank, the best that you can for that particular video, which is really good when it comes to, beating the algorithm. Now, the benefits of TUBEBUDDY do not stop there. They've got a bomb affiliate program if you are a YouTuber where you can get rewards like lifetime free legendary upgrade, or you can complete simple tasks, and then get maybe a 2-month upgrade here or a 1-month upgrade there or 1 week free legendary upgrade. It's, the options are like endless. You can even get 30 days any level depending on the task and also the size of your channel. So why not pair your YouTube channel with TUBEBUDDY and start growing today? With my code CoilyD and the link I place in the description below, you can start growing your channel right now for as little as $4.80 a month, or you can go ahead and sign up for the year and get a 20% discount. Make your hard work count and start growing with TUBEBUDDY today. So I was scrolling on TikTok, I believe, a few days ago, and I saw this video that caught my attention. I was particularly intrigued because it was a non-African or Black person giving advice that was curly hair related. And I thought, this would be interesting to watch. I don't know if you guys like this kind of video. Do comment below if you like reaction videos, but I decided to make a video about it because I was surprised. If you're new to my channel, I post videos about natural hair and natural healthy living in general, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. And if that is interesting to you, please subscribe, click the notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch the video and then comment after. Are you ready?
Rethinking my hair was healthy because of how it looked in its natural state.
So I think it's pretty obvious what's happened here. This poor girl's gone to the hair salon, had her hair blow dried straight, and the hairdressers told her that all this flicky hair and these thin ends are because her hair is damaged. But I can absolutely assure you that anybody with 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B or 4C, their hair texture will be thinner towards the ends and your hair is naturally weaker. So do not take any advice from anybody that tells you that those flicky bits are all breakage and that your hair is completely damaged. Because the reality is everybody's hair grows at different rates because of a growth cycle process called allergen, tetragen, collagen. And each hair is in a different phase. One's rest, one's grow, one fall out. If they were all in the same place, we'd go bald and we'd grow all our hair back over and over again. That's not how it works. So please be aware that not everything you get told by a hairdresser is the facts. Sad, but true. One of the main reasons for this is because a lot of hairdressers are misinformed by education that has been passed down from generation to generation of hairdressers that is not necessarily scientifically fact or proven. This is down to corporate hairdressing companies as well, so please be aware that you need to do your own homework. And this is for you hairdressers out there too. Just because somebody told you in a classroom once something doesn't mean it's right. It's like anything you see in the news, do your own homework and make sure that what somebody is telling you is facts.
Whoa. First of all, let's talk about the curls this girl has. Like, ugh, beautiful. Bouncy, lashes. Yeah, everything curly, coily here. Yeah, I love that curl. I love how her hair looks. It's got amazing elasticity, and that definition is, yeah, screaming. And obviously that elasticity and the fact that it's able to bounce back is a great indicator of health, or hair that is indeed healthy. Let me also say that I love that people that are non-African or non-Black are actually talking about curly hair. Isn't that something? This is one of the achievements of the natural hair community, the fact that African hair is now in conversation and stylists are actually being educated on how to look after and treat and care for, you know, me. Type 4, type 3, type 2. Not that they didn't care for those particular type 2s, etc., but particularly type 4. Like, I know for myself here in Australia, when I first migrated to Australia and I walked into a salon and asked them to do my hair, they said, we don't do that kind of hair here. Wow. Bam. Punch in the face. That I couldn't believe that nobody, not your general hairstylist, was actually educated on how to look after hair. Talk about eliminating a group of people from society. I mean, what? It's like saying we actually don't exist. Our hair doesn't actually exist. Look, I digress. I'm passionate about this. So I'm really excited to just see a non-Black hairdresser. I think he's a hairdresser, isn't he? Or hairstylist. The Life of Hair, he's called on TikTok. Anyway, let's talk about the video. So I'm going to address specific things that he said in this video. So one of the first things he said was that don't think that just because your hair has got those flicky ends, it means that the hair is damaged. And I thought that was interesting because as far as I have known for the longest time, hair like her hair, like the way her ends look, man, we consider that as damaged hair that needs to be trimmed, right? It's thin, it's got the flaky ends. It's not like thick all the way through the way we like it. But he's now saying that having those flaky ends doesn't necessarily mean that the hair is damaged. And to be honest, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense, because the other thing that he said is that hair grows at different stages and it goes through different phases: the growth phase, the resting phase, and then there's the shedding phase. And hairs are at those phases at different times. That's why we never just go bald unless you shave your hair. But one hair might be in the shedding phase, and then the next hair will be in the growth phase, and then the other one will be resting. So you will always have varying lengths of hair, which is a fact. It is more pronounced when your hair is straight, of course, because the ends we know are the oldest and they will be the thinnest. With Caucasian people's hair, like straight hair, type 1 or type 2, their hair is it's not coily, so it's straight, which means they endure much less breakage. So all they're dealing with really is shedding, and therefore they are able to have like thick hair that pretty much looks the same thickness all the way through, because that breakage part of things is eliminated. And like he said in this video, if you're type 3, type 4, I think he actually started from type 2 going to type 4, you will have some level of thinning towards the ends, because breakage is unavoidable. Point blank, period. Breakage is unavoidable. If you have this hair, like touching my hair like this could cause breakage. Yeah. So it's hard not to have thin ends. Obviously, if they're extremely thin, then you know, you might want to trim them a little bit so that you have a little bit of thickness, because it can look a little bit off, especially if you wear your hair in it's straight, like in straightened, like if you wear your hair straightened. However, if you wear your hair curly like this, a lot of the times you can barely tell. I don't know about you guys, but you can barely tell that my hair is actually thinner at the ends. When I do a twist, for example, or when I straighten it, we might be able to say, oh, you know, there's thinning here and there's thickness here, it's blah, blah, blah. But curly, when it's curly, it just looks, you know, all the same. That's a fact. Now, when it comes to trimming, I think something that is a little bit of a light bulb moment for me is that, because I'm somebody that has wanted thickness all the way through. Like, you've seen me in my videos go,
oh my gosh, I'll be trimming my hair all the way so that it can be thick like all the rest of my hair.
But it makes sense. Like, you just feel like you're chasing your own tail, because some hairs are shedding and then they start growing, and then others are, you know, staying put ever since I big chopped, and then there's others that break, and then you have these varying levels of length, and it's almost like you can just never achieve that thickness. And this video has kind of helped me realize that it's almost close to impossible to have hair of the same thickness all the way through. I mean, people that I am inspired by, people like Green Beauty, Indigenous Strands, for example, they've got long hair, healthy hair, but you can tell it's very, very thin towards the ends. And yes, they've achieved their goal, but that thinness towards the end seems to be normal for kinky, curly, coilier textures. What's funny to me is that Caucasians can actually go, or people with straight hair, I should say, can actually go to the salon and say, hey, can you, I don't know what they call it, thin the hair at the ends or even at the front here. Like, they actually don't like the hair to be like a blunt cut and just thick all the way through. I don't know why that is accepted in straighter textures and not really accepted with curlier people. I feel like it's really important. And right now I'm just going to address the fact that thin hair means damaged hair, or thin hair at the ends always needs to be cut off. I don't think hair that is thin towards the end should be cut all the time. I think if the thinness is accompanied by damage, as in split ends, as in single strand knots, as in heat damage, for me, that's damage. That hair needs to go. But if it's just general thinning from either normal breakage or expected breakage, just breakage from normal, like taking care of your hair in general, or thinning from the fact that your hair is shedding and it's growing or goes through different phases and therefore is at different lengths, I don't think the hair should be cut. Yeah, I don't think the hair should be cut. I think that it's something that we really need to think about as naturals and as kinky or curly haired people. Just actually really think about these things. I think the problem, or one of the problems, is that once someone says something in the natural hair community or a stylist says something, it's Bible. We take it, we run with it. Nobody really does their research. And he spoke about research. Do your own research. Just because a stylist said it doesn't mean we should take it on. You know, we all need to do our due diligence, do our own research with products, do our own research about hair care, read articles, etc. And obviously, you are the master of your hair. You know your hair better than any other stylist. So if you're not wearing your hair in a straight state and you don't mind it being thinner towards the end, leave it. If your hair is damaged, as in single strand knots, split ends, heat damage, or whatever other kind of damage, and it's causing you to not like how your hair is looking, it's affecting how your hair is progressing. For example, single strand knots and split ends can sometimes cause tangles towards the end, cause breakage as you're detangling, and therefore impede your length retention. So if that is the problem and you can see that the damage towards the end, your hair is actually damaged and it's impeding your goals, then it should be trimmed. However, if your hair is just thinner towards the end because of normal shedding and the fact that hair grows or goes through different phases, you should not trim your hair. That's my take. Let me know, you guys. How often do you trim your hair? That's for starters, because I think that sometimes, just thinking about it, trimming your hair doesn't grow your hair. And maybe we're trimming our hair too much. I said it. Maybe you're trimming healthy hair. That's one thing. Are you trimming just on a schedule, or are you trimming because you need to trim? You can see the need, because as far as I know, I think, is it the Yao women? The women that did rice water, that, invented rice water, they actually trim like once. Is it once a year or once in a lifetime ever? And they've got hair to the floor. We're here trimming our hair every week, every month, every 2 months. I mean, do you need to? Do we actually need to trim our hair that often? I think it's overdone, honestly. And this is eye-opening to me, this particular video. Another question I want to pose to you guys is, do you need a silk press in order to trim your hair? I've always wondered about this one, because I know a lot of people that have got like chin length hair and they're getting a silk press to trim their hair. I'm just like, I don't know, do I need a silk press? I know having straight hair really shows you, okay, how thick is my hair? What's the state of my hair? How are my split ends? How are my single strand knots towards the end? And therefore it's quite, you can be quite specific about what you're trimming, because if you trim hair like this, it's possible you could be cutting off healthy hair. So it's really another catch-22 kind of situation for me. Like, do we actually need to trim our hair when it's silk pressed? Because we can achieve stretched hair without a silk press and be able to see that. Not as well as a silk press, but close enough. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do you silk press your hair to trim? Or do you trim your hair in its natural, like curly state? Or do you blow it out or use non-heating? Or do you use stretching techniques that don't involve heat? And also comment below if you like these kind of videos where I react to a particular video or comment on a particular video. I find them quite educational and interesting to myself, and I hope you do too. But yeah, comment below, let me know. Until next time, bye.